You don't need to try to fit into your own life. You're the main character of your life. And lately, I've been talking a lot about how we let labels or standards or things that we consume on social media or things that we see out in society, how we let those kind of lead us or shape us. But when you do that, you're outsourcing your power. You are trying to conform to your life. But you're the main character of your life. You shouldn't be out seeking approval of other people, or you shouldn't be out trying to prove your worthiness, or to prove that you're good enough, or to prove your success, or to prove that you're lovable. You're the main character. And when you let your life lead you instead of you leading your life, that's you just trying to fit in. But again, why would you want to fit into a life that is already yours? Who cares about what other people think? Who cares what the standards are or what's going on in social media, or who cares about labels? Because when you're so focused on external things, especially in a way where you're trying to seek validation from external things, you're just keeping yourself trapped in a state of constantly trying to prove yourself, yet more than likely never feeling good enough or validated. It's like a constant loop. Like you're like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing so I could feel successful. So you go out and do that thing. And once you accomplish it, what happens? You still don't feel successful. Or you go out and do something that you see on social media that other people are doing. And again, you still don't feel fulfilled by it because you thought that if you did this one thing like everyone else is doing, because they look so happy, that if you just went out and did that thing, you're going to feel happy, or you're going to feel fulfilled, or you're going to feel validated, or you're going to feel successful, or whatever it is. But once you go out and do that thing, you still don't feel whatever it was that you wanted to feel. It's because external things are not supposed to lead or live your life for you. You live your life for you. It has nothing to do with anything outside of you. And when you stop letting things that are outside of you lead your life for you, that's when you actually experience ultimate fulfillment or ultimate success or ultimate love or happiness or joy, whatever it is. When you stop focusing so much on things that are outside of you and focus inward on yourself, that is when you actually experience what you want. And think about this: everything outside of you is only alive because of you. Like, let's say, I don't know, whether you're dealing with anxiety, depression, you're an overthinker, you feel like you're lazy, you feel like you're unmotivated, you feel like you're not successful, you feel like no one loves you, whatever the case is. Whatever you're feeling right now that you are lacking in life, the only reason you feel that way is because you're allowing it to happen. And I say that with love. I'm not saying that to blame or shame or anything like that. Okay. But think about it this way. Let's take anxiety, for example. Anxiety can only exist if you allow it to exist. It only stays alive because of you. If you are constantly feeding your anxiety, reaffirming that you have anxiety, saying, oh yeah, my anxiety, I cannot do that because my anxiety, or you're putting so much emphasis and focus on the anxiety itself, that means that you're treating it like a flower, right? You're watering it. Every time you focus on or say things or reaffirm things like, oh, my anxiety, you're watering that flower. So when you water the flower, it's going to continue to grow because that's where you're placing your attention. You're placing your energy and your focus on that one thing, and you're feeding it. But if you don't want the flower to grow, what do you have to do? You have to stop watering it. Stop paying attention to it. Stop looking at the flower. Stop putting it in the spotlight or in the sunlight. Stop, putting your energy and your focus on the thing that you don't want to live. Because something is only alive if you're focusing on it, if you're paying attention to it, if you're tending to it. So if you don't want anxiety anymore, or you don't want to be an overthinker, or you don't want to deal with depression anymore, or whatever it is, stop feeding it. And again, I say that with love, and I also say that from experience because for the majority of my life, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I talk about this in almost every video where I was just a chronic overthinker. I struggled with anxiety, like really bad anxiety, to the point where I didn't want to leave the house, or I felt like I could only leave the house at a certain time or on a certain day because of XYZ factors. Like I would come up with the most outrageous reasons as to why I ran myself on a very strict schedule. Or I would also self sabotage a lot. I held myself back from a lot of opportunities or a lot of experiences that now looking back, I wish I could have experienced. But when I finally was able to let go of anxiety, depression, overthinking, self sabotage, all of it, it was when I really woke up and understood that, again, all of those things only existed because of me, because I allowed them to. Because again, you're the main character of your life. But when I was struggling with all of those things, I was letting those things run my life like if they were in charge of me. Nothing and no one is in charge of you or your life except for you. You get to call the shots. You get to write the story. You get to choose the narrative of your life. And again, when I came to that realization, that's when everything started to change for me. That's when I started experiencing new, fun, loving things in my life. When I finally allowed myself to break free from the chains of anxiety, depression, overthinking, self sabotage, self doubt, lack of confidence, everything under the sun. That was when I truly started to feel fulfilled. And the thing is, too, about what we see out in society, it's like I keep saying, it's not about anything outside of you. Because I used to think, oh, yeah, if I could just have this, then I'll feel happy, or then I'll feel confident, whatever it was. But it has nothing to do with any of that. And now that I've overcome all of those, limitations in my life, the smallest things in life are what truly make me feel so happy and so loved and so fulfilled. Am I recording? Oh my God, yes. And so fulfilled. So I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so the smallest things in my life would make me feel everything that I wanted to feel, everything that I thought big things would make me feel. Now it's actually small things that make me feel so happy, right? And that's the thing, is that it's never about things that are outside of you. It's not about letting your life lead you. It's about you leading your life, because that's the whole reason why we're here. It's not that we're supposed to be in life to struggle. It's not that we're supposed to be in life to feel unfulfilled or to feel like there's every problem under the sun wrong with us. Because when you realize that there is never anything wrong with you, and that's another thing that I came to the realization of as well from my own personal experience, is I used to think that there was something so wrong with me. So not only did I feel depressed or anxious or no confidence or anything like that, on top of all of that, I also felt like with those meant that there was this huge problem within myself that I had to fix. And the more I focused on that as well, that, okay, now there's this problem with myself. I have anxiety, that's problematic. I have depression, that's problematic. Now I need to fix all this stuff within myself, and it's going to take forever. And I've had this for years, so that means it's going to take me years to get over it. No, absolutely not. All it took was a simple, I don't even want to say like awakening, but like a mindset shift. When I realized that I am essentially creating or allowing these unwanted things to keep happening or showing up for me in my life. And when I stop watering the plant or stop watering the flower, that's when all of the depression, the anxiety, and everything just fell away because it was no longer the center of my attention anymore. I was now the center of my attention. And sometimes that's what we think that we're doing is, oh yeah, I have anxiety. I'm paying attention to myself. I'm very self-aware. I know that I have it. Yeah, but I was not being self aware to the fact that I could get rid of that anxiety in a snap. I didn't have to live with it for the rest of my life. It doesn't matter what happened in my life that led to the anxiety or that led to the depression or that led to lack of confidence or whatever it was. None of that mattered. It didn't matter the traumatic experiences or just experiences in general that took place in my life that led to those things didn't matter. Because at the end of the day, all that mattered was what I was watering, what I was feeding or giving my attention to. And it's as simple as that. It's not that I was trying to, disregard any experiences that I've been through or, make it seem, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word, but I wasn't trying to downplay things that I went through, right? I wasn't trying to say, oh, well, that never happened. I wasn't trying to be delusional about it in that sense. But when you do realize that you just have to shift your focus, that is how easy it is to see massive changes or massive growth in your life. So stop letting your life lead you. Stop trying to fit into your life. You don't need to fit into a life that was gifted to you. Like you're the whole reason why you're here. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. That's their life. Let them live their experience. Let them live their life. If they're doing something that works for them, great. Let them have that for themselves, for their life. But that doesn't mean that you have to go and do that as well for your life. Do what you want. Don't try to do things to prove yourself or to make you feel better about yourself or to make you feel worthy about yourself. Like, live your life for you. Turn inward and focus on yourself. Don't focus on your problems. Don't focus on things that you don't want. Focus on what you do want. Focus on your most authentic self. And like I say in every video, think about a baby. When a baby is born, they're born whole. They don't have limiting beliefs. They don't have experiences. They don't have conditioning that shapes them into who they are right when they're born. That happens later as we start living life, right? But think of it when a baby is born. None of what we, experience now or deal with now that holds us back is there when a baby is born. So think back to that because all of us were born like that. All of us were born whole and complete and limitless. And all it takes for you to shift your experiences to see growth in your life, whatever it is that you want, is to come back to that remembering or that knowing the part of you that got kind of buried deep underneath all the experiences and conditioning and whatnot, and go back to that version of you that is completely limitless. That is your authentic self. That is the version of you that, when you tap into that, you don't have to worry about other things. You don't let life lead you, you lead life, right? So before I start venturing off on side quests like I know how, if you would like to work with me, my link is in the description. That does it for this one. I will see you again next time. I love you. Bye.